This is Nate from Frontline Eurosports Online, going to do a 2017 BMW F700GS low model. This is a remote delivery, so congratulations to the new owners of the low F700GS 2017. We're going to start out with a tire safety warning. Always ride your machine like you're riding in the rain for the first 50 to 100 miles, as you have a silicone coating on that tire to help it pop out of the mold and preserve shelf life, as well as the fact you're acclimating to a new motorcycle. We have our 19-inch front rim with a beautiful 90-degree valve stem coming right out of the stem spoke right here, so you have no excuses not to check your tire pressure. We also have a tire pressure monitoring system on this particular model, so it's in your instrumentation. We'll go over that here shortly. Next, our hydraulic dampening system. Our fork legs, it has a hydraulic property to it. It condensates and draws moisture, so we need to service that per our owner's manual. Behind that are our steel-braided brake lines that all of our BMW motorcycles feature, and it is an ABS-equipped machine, so an anti-lock braking system for the front and rear of this motorcycle. Our front brake lever is adjustable. It does have adjustments in the front brake lever assembly, and you have your fluid check up here for fluid levels and fluid clarity. This is a water-cooled parallel twin, so it's going to have a radiator with a fill cap on the right side and an auxiliary cooling fan behind that radiator in front of the two cylinders. It is a fuel-injected motorcycle, and those fuel injection modules are in this area of the motorcycle where the airbox and battery are located up top side here. The engine is chain-driven, so we have our countershaft sprocket cover located right here with a regulator rectifier in this area. Our chain drive is something that we will need to maintenance and service per our owner's manual. Our rule of thumb, every 2.5 tanks of gas, every 500 miles or so. Make sure that 8-pound snake is lubricated properly and has the proper tension. Our regulator rectifier then leads us down to our brake assembly, our foot peg and brake assembly. Foot peg and brake assembly has some components that are removable. We can pull our insert out right here so that we have more bite on the foot peg, as well as increasing our foot peg to seat ratio. I'm going to put that back in, and we're good to go on the rubber insert again. We have a fluid overflow for fluid level and fluid clarity. We have steel braided lines leading to our ABS module hidden right in this portion of the motorcycle, leading back to our rear brake assembly. Our pillion peg that's collapsible, our rear subframe assembly that is removable. We have our preload adjustment knob located right here. Being a low model, it's not equipped with the ESA, so we have a manual adjustment for our damping values in the bottom of the shock here. We have our Anti-Key 3 wrapped around our rear rubber on this motorcycle, and our chain adjuster block. The F700GS has a rear fuel fueler with a sub-tank on it to keep that weight really low and a nice low center of gravity on this machine. This particular model is equipped with a pannier preparation kit, so you have your pannier lower rails and your bobbins up top side. We have clear turn signals with amber bulbs. We have an LED lamp assembly for our tail lamp, our license plate with our light for the license plate illumination for that. On the left side, the only thing I can show you is our side stand, which I'll go over real briefly. Side stand does have a side stand safety switch. The 6-speed transmission, 1 down, 5 up, comes directly to the output shaft, so there's no adjustments or anything there. And our oil fill, oil check on the front, oil filter, oil recirculation. So we have a seat that we can remove, and I'll go into that for you real quick. We're going to put this key in the lock cylinder, or pull our seat up. That gives us our fuel pumps and our brains in the motorcycle. Not a lot of storage under there, but there is a toolkit under the seat. And our owner's manual, we've already put in our waterproof bag and stashed under the saddle for you. We're going to put the key in the ignition and demonstrate. We have a steering column lock. We have an auxiliary socket. On the right handlebar control, we now in 2017 have a ride-by-wire assembly, which is a true rheostat in this housing instead of a push and a pull cable. We have heated grips that'll be in a low when nuclear setting and off. So 3 settings, low, high, and off. Mode selection for rain mode or road mode. Run cycle switch integrated into our start button here. On the left handlebar control, our horn, turn signals left and right, pushing in for cancelization, our ABS and ASC modulation switches, our board computer, our hazard lights, and our flash or constant high beam. Now let's go into our instrumentation and actually demonstrate all of this. You'll see our new gear indicator position. It used to be in the center on the predecessor models, and the fuel was actually over here with temperature on the other side. So we've moved things around a bit. We now have gear indicator, fuel, our mode selection between rain and road modes. Our heated grips are on the top left, timepiece, odometer, chronometer, and our ambient air temperature, trip 1, trip 2, tire pressure monitoring system. We can modulate that ambient air temperature with our board computer info button. So we're going to slide over to average speed, average fuel economy, instantaneous fuel economy, engine temperature, ambient air temperature. Our large displays are going to demonstrate our tachometer, our speedometer, our turn signals left and right, our neutral light. We can see if we added auxiliary lights just to the right there, check engine light. Our ABS and ASC lights are flashing at us right now. We can turn those to a solid state, which means we made that conscious decision to turn off ABS or ASC. No fuel light below that, hazard light, and a little high beam action. That concludes the delivery of a 2017 BMW F700GS Low in this beautiful new matte gray with dark black and red frame accenting. And these particular customers elected to put on center stand, sump guard, engine protection, and BMW handguards. So you'll be enjoying your new F700GS. And thank you for following us on Frontline Eurosports Online.